All right. Hey, everyone. This is something I really, really need to talk to you about. As some of you know, I am doing some private money lending and connecting some people together through some partnerships. There are a few really important things you need to think about as a private money lender, and I am seeing people get burned countless times now on these types of things. First thing is, well, first of all, when you go to lend funds out on a property, realize that you may have to take that property back over. Are you in the position where you are willing to do that? Now, I do want to talk to you about a couple more things that I'm seeing that you really, really need to be careful with. If you are lending in anything but first position, first off, make sure that whatever protections you have, whether that's a deed of trust, promissory note, joint venture agreement, or even a personal guarantee, you make sure that that mortgage is actually recorded. I'm seeing so many people that do private money lending that do not check to even see if they actually have a lien on that property. Do you have any security? I mean, you got the paperwork done, but did you check to make sure you actually have that lien? Now, I do want to talk to you about this on the same note. And this is where it could get pretty tricky if you don't check. Now, say you go through a whole entire deal and the deal starts to go south, and you're thinking, I'm supposed to get my money in a couple weeks. I go to check finally after stuff is starting to fall apart, then I don't even have a lien on the property. What happens if that borrower ran out of your funds and needed more funds to finish the project, and they borrowed more funds from someone else? And that person, even though they were supposed to be in third position, got that note recorded. What happens then? Do you know? Well, guess what? If they recorded before you, they're now in second position, and now you're in third if you go track that down to get recorded. A lot of people don't realize that it's the order in which those mortgages or are actually recorded. But as I just explained to you, you may actually not be in the position you thought by the time you check to make sure that that note was recorded. I know this is kind of a quick little statement, but these are things you really need to think about when private money lending or lending on. I mean, this isn't just real estate. This is lending on anything. I really just had to get this off my chest as this is something that I've been seeing come up over and over and over again. And as I talk to very many people that are trying to put their money into work, there's a good amount of people that have never even checked to make sure they actually have any security on the property that they are supposed to be secured against. So just let's take a couple steps back and dig into some training, start connecting with the people that can really help you do this and not take shortcuts. This is your hard-earned money that you put to work. And somebody else, well, you are trusting somebody else to complete the project that they said they're going to complete. Either way, if that goes bad, what happens? Just please, please think about that before you lend any of your funds out. And I will tell you in a few weeks what's going on, but I may have my first loan go bad. We'll find out. But I'm a couple weeks away and from repayment, and there's been some issues with the previous portfolio that this company's done. So we'll just have to wait and see. But in the case of that, I did lend only to the amount that I felt comfortable with the comps that I pulled on this property. So if I do have to foreclose on this property and take this property back over, I feel comfortable offloading this property. Now there is a second position lien behind me, so I will have to be the responsible person and connect with them. I mean, they will probably reach out to me as they're going to be looking for their money too. But I'm telling you, like on this property in particular, I did not feel comfortable lending the full amount because I didn't find supporting comps for the property that I was lending on. Therefore, if I do have to take this property over and I have to sell it off, finish the finish the rehabs or even get it turn it into a rental, first of all, me and the other person that are in this deal together has to agree on that. And we could try to help second position out, but there's things like if this person's in second position, they could do what's called a forced foreclosure and make first position foreclose on the property. Well, I'm going to foreclose on them either way if the loan goes bad, but it gives you less options as a first position lender when you have somebody behind you in second, third, so on and so on. These are just some things that you really do need to think about when you're lending your money out. And as I've done quite a few deals at this point, I'm still pretty green in the private lending space. It's not like I've been doing this for decades, but I've learned a lot. I've continued to build out my systems with my team, and we're looking to really drive this forward and help people understand more and more about what they are doing right, but also what they're doing wrong to better protect themselves. So if you're looking to connect with me, just reach out. I'll throw my email on the screen and I'll also connect all my email and all my socials in the description of this video. Let's talk about how we can put your money to work a lot safer than some people are doing.